Hey there, everybody. Welcome to this reading for the full moon in Taurus that we're going to have on the 12th. If you're coming to this video and not live, go down below. All the timestamps are below this video. And hello, everybody. Yanni, hello. Sandy, hello. And Midnight Moon, hello. JC, hello. Esmeralda, hello. Mom, Dad, hello. And Jackie, hello. Thank you for being here. We're going to get started here in just a little bit. And, of course, I'm going to answer some questions first, and let's see. JC, actually, hold on. Brittany X, sorry, I totally, you know what's funny, Brittany, is that I read your question right before I started last night and totally skipped it. So, sorry about that, Brittany, but thank you. You say, does my old landlady, Miss S, think about me? I would say yes, actually. So, Knight of Cups, literally imagination. And look, King of Cups, both cards can represent imagination, which could represent thinking about you. So, I would say yes to you, Brittany, with those cards. JC, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Curveball, court on Tuesday, loan still pending. Any feels? Ace of Pentacles, an offer. So, amazing card. Magician, use your powers of manifestation. P.S. I am a very sick plant in need of rescue. Got it. Yeah, I feel like this is you manifesting something that you want in your life with the Magician. But Ace of Pentacles could be like an offer, like for a settlement or something along those lines as well here. Empress, I mean, look at all this abundance, tons of it here for you. Yeah, Eight of Cups. I mean, this is like stinking thinking, right, JC? So get out of your head. But that looks really good. The World, completion and ending, things coming to a close or about to be coming to a close as well. So that's what I would say there. That looks really good, JC. Sal, you say, you sound all stuffy. Yeah, I am a little bit stuffy. I am today, but I'm fine. I'm not sick or anything like that. Just stuffed up. That's about it. Shane, hello, Shane. Thank you for being here. Shelly, hello. Monica, hello. And everybody else, hello. By the way, tomorrow I will be starting the weekly readings as always, and I will be going live for those. I'll probably be starting at like 10 or 11 o'clock. It's usually about 10 or 11 when I start. I have no clue what sign I'm going to start with, so it'll be a surprise. Raquel, hello. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Matt Grenier, thank you for the super chat. You say, is Nikki into me? Hold on, let me just refresh this so I can actually read your question, Matt. Matt, you say, is Nikki into me or should I continue to get to know her? You have the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you should continue to get to know her. Three of Pentacles is a very good card for love. I mean, I consider it to be because to me it says that, you know, this could be somebody who's willing to put in the work, you know, into the relationship. The Queen of Swords just says, just not right now. Like, she might be shut down to it. Maybe she just got off of a heartbreak or something. So I would just say, I would give it a little bit more time. Yeah, I feel like there has to be some sort of change. But Two Wands is definitely like taking the lead. But I would say get to know her more for sure with these cards, is what I'd say to you. Sun-Kissed Lotus, thank you for the super chat. As always, really appreciate it. To answer your question, you say here, new love with Sag. I would say, I feel like there's a choice here. Eight of Swords is kind of like a card of that could say you could be limiting yourself if you accept this as a relationship. So, you know, I'd be careful of that. You say, passing my exams. Seven of Cups, stay focused. Seven of Cups is not a bad card. It just says, stay focused, that you do pass them. This card, it's crazy. Every time someone asks me about exams, this card comes up. And I'm always like, don't second guess yourself. Or, you know, make sure you study. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is literally a card that can represent, like, a book. Or learning from something, basically. So I feel like this is saying you need to make sure to study and make sure not to second guess yourself. You'll be fine. New apartment, I would say yes. Two of Cups for sure. Yeah, the World, the next card. So yes, definitely a new apartment. The Two of Cups just represents finding something that is a perfect match for you. Again, it doesn't have to represent love. It can just be a perfect match for an apartment or a place to live or whatever you want to call it. So I would say yes, definitely a place to live for sure. Yanni, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Card for start of week. You have the Strength card, so patience with the Strength card, Judgment card. Yeah, feeling like there's like a change coming in for you is what I'd say. To me, this is like the moment before a change. Like sometimes we feel like that anxiety, or we could feel like sometimes I feel like people. I mean, I've definitely felt it too in the past. It's like where you have that anxiety, like it's like you feel like something's about to happen, but it's like not happening yet. So I feel like this is. I don't know why that's popping into my head, but that's what I'm getting here. here. So you could have those feelings, but I feel like it's a good thing. Again, that type of anxiety, like I always say, we need to change that word to excitement. We're not anxious, we're excited. So I feel like for you, it could be like you could be feeling future excitement coming in for you. So that looks pretty good for you. I like it. And that's that. Monique, hello, by the way. Sandy, hello. Jesse, hello. Thank you for being here. And Barb, hello. Sandy, thank you for the super chat. You say, cards for the week. You have the Page of Swords here and the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, to me, sometimes is a good card because, to me, it can be a card of self-interest, but sometimes in a good way. You know, it can be a card that says it would be a good time for you to take some time for yourself this week, or it would be a good time for you to, like, learn more about yourself or explore things about yourself. That's kind of what this is. This, to me, would represent, like, inner work or doing a lot of inner work as well. So, you know, I feel like you could be, like, kind of doing inner work on yourself with these two cards is what I'd say to you. But I like it. KC, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Everybody, we are doing an early collective because of the stunning KC. So, for everyone here in the early collective, we have the Five of Wands and the Six of Cups. I feel like there's, I feel like some of you, this could be like thinking about the past. You could be very conflicted about the past as well. Mercury retrograde, as always, I would be very, very careful of going back to the past during a Mercury retrograde. It's usually just a repeat of whatever you went through in the past. So, you know, probably not a good idea. For others, for some reason, I feel like this is you not accepting a gift that is coming in for you, basically, for some of you in the collective. The Six of Cups can be, you know, can be a lot of things. It could be almost like just a kind gesture that somebody makes towards you. It can be like an offer of peace. It can be a gift that someone wants to give you. This is just saying, like, accept it. If somebody's coming in to give you something, it could be more about them than it is about you anyway. So, you know, it could be one of those things where, you know, an ex is coming back to apologize. Maybe they don't want to come back into your life, but they're like offering an apology. This could say you don't really have to accept it, but if it was a decent relationship in the past, it could be saying that you should just say, okay, you know, thank you, and then move on. Just, you know, because it's probably more about them, is what I'm trying to say. It could also just be someone who wants to do something nice for you, and I would say accept that as well. Next, you have the Five of Pentacles in the Justice card. So, again, I feel like for some of you, you could see an ex. I mean, this could be you seeing an ex getting karma as well, which actually, I think that came up like twice in the weekly readings last week. Well, for this week. So, I feel like for a lot of people, it's possible. For others, I feel like this could be saying that you're putting energy into the wrong things. I feel like this is saying, like, obvious results. Every once in a while, I get this stupid message, obvious results. And really, what I feel like the message is trying to say is just the fact that, you know, right now, at this time, if we're working on something, it's not working, we should probably just move on to something else, as long as we're putting in real effort. So, you know, for example, if you're, like, starting a business and you're just not, and you're really putting in effort and you're not seeing results, then it's probably not going to work, or you have to try something different. If you're not putting in the work, this would say, put in the work and see if you see results, and if you don't, then make a change. For others, like I said, I just feel like this is karma that you're seeing someone get from the past. I feel like the sadness is just from them, from like another person. And finally, you have the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands. So a lot of you, this could be a proposal coming in for you here. So I feel like for some of you, this could be you getting like a proposal, or somebody proposing to you in love. It might not happen right now. It might happen in the future. It doesn't have to happen right now. For others, like I said, an offer of peace. I feel like it sets you free. Four of Wands, card of freedom. So I feel like for a lot of you, this could be somebody saying something to you that kind of lets you go, that like sets you free. For others, like I said, I feel like this is just saying new love will lead to marriage, or a commitment at least. So I feel like if you're looking for love, new love here. For others, just could be just some sort of celebration that you're having, and it could be a good thing. So love it. That looks really good. So thank you again to the stunning KC. Raph1111, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, general card, please. Been a little down, but okay. You have the Seven of Pentacles. This is like, Raph, you know what this is? This is the fear of not seeing results on things that you're working on. Just like pretty much what I just said in the that collective that I just did, Raph. So the Seven of Pentacles is like delayed results or waiting for results. The Moon is the fears that you will not see results on whatever it is you're working on in life. It could be like business, work. It could be a relationship. It could be everything. And this could just say that you've been seeing delayed results, or just no results at all, is what I'd say here. Yeah, I feel like you need to get out of your head for sure. Yeah, Six of Swords. To me, this would represent some sort of like enlightenment or some sort of light bulb moment that goes off in your head that kind of provides you with the direction. Six of Swords, I'm just getting direction on this card, Raph. I feel like you're like waiting for direction. Yeah. The Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is about unwavering faith. It's about like working towards whatever you're working towards, not giving up. So I feel like you just have to like stay the course is what these cards are saying, especially the last two, the Six of Swords and this Knight of Pentacles. It is a card of hard work, and it is a card of delayed results as well, the Knight of Pentacles, but it is a card of success ultimately. So I do like to see that. Kiara, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Should I ignore my ex messaging me? Yes, definitely. Eight of Cups. So we just talked about this in the collective. I would say yes, for sure, with the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is definitely walking away. And happy birthday tomorrow, Kiara. Kiara, you have the Fool for your birthday. And the Fool just says it's time to take a leap of faith. So I feel like it's time for you to take a leap and get out there and like meet new people and, you know, all that other good stuff. Yeah, Nine of Wands. I feel like it's time for you to like step into attention, not step to attention, step into attention. So I feel like you need more attention in your life with the Nine of Wands here. So that's what I would say to you. Alexandra, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. How does my Taurus feel about us after this weekend? Temperance, I would be patient. King of Cups, could be love. So, Alexandra, this is pretty positive. It could be a fire sign. I'm wondering if it's a fire sign with that Temperance card. That popped into my head. You have water here, so it could be a water sign, but I don't know, fire is popping into my head because this would be Sagittarius. But this would say patience. Don't rush this. But King of Cups is like love. So, you know, it's like the return of love to your life. So I feel like there could be, you know, this could definitely be very good for you, Alexandra. Triple fire sign, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, should I pick guy 1 or go with 2? Please tell me the outcome for both. Guy number 1 has the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Swords. This would be just temporary and just sexual, basically. Ace of Wands is just something sexual, right? The Nine of Swords says that this could be a temporary situation and it might not go anywhere. Yeah, it's like there's not enough action with guy number 1 here, is what I would say. Guy number 2 looks a little bit better, I will say. So I'm kind of leaning towards guy number 2 here. We have the Hermit and the Ace of Swords. The Hermit is a very withdrawn card, so maybe they're more withdrawn, or I'm really just getting the word reserved. So maybe guy number 2 is just more reserved as far as like, you know, sharing information or talking to or whatever the case may be. And so I'm just getting, like, I feel like I'm more introspective as well. But Ace of Swords is like a card of victory, is what I'd say. Or yeah, King of Wands. I feel like guy number 2 is the answer for you, is what I'd say. I feel like guy number 1 would be a disaster. Yeah, Three of Wands. Three of Wands says, ultimately, the choice is yours, but Three of Wands is a card of taking the lead. So I feel like you need to take the lead in this situation. But yeah, I would say guy number 2. For sure. Much better. Much better than guy number 1. Nicole, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, will I get pregnant this year? I would say yes. Eight of Wands, quick movement. Three Cups. Three Cups doesn't really mean anything. It's just, you know, celebration and community. So it could represent like family. But Eight of Wands says if you want to get pregnant, you will get pregnant. So that's what I would say to you there with that card. Yeah, Nine of Cups. Look, she's literally holding a baby. So Nicole, I would say yes. If you want to, then you will. But all right, hey, it's go time. So let's get this show on the road. Thank you everybody for being here, by the way. Really appreciate it. We are going to be doing a full moon in Taurus reading for all signs. So we will be starting with Aries tonight, since I went backwards last night and I messed up, of course. So let's do that again. All right, so Aries. Aries. Let's see what is going on for you with this full moon. Aries. Aries, you have the Knight of Swords coming up first and the Two of Swords. Yeah, I feel like this could be, I feel like for you, Aries, that the Knight of Swords could represent charging forward or moving very quickly towards success. The Two of Swords could represent having a decision to make. To me, I feel like this is just saying make the obvious choice. I think I said that in the collective as well. So I feel like there could be like choices coming in for you after this full moon. I would say after, not like during, but after the full moon, after the 12th. And I feel like they could be choices, but I feel like this is saying like pick the obvious choice. And I feel like your choices will be obvious basically with these two cards. That's all I'm really getting here. I do get love kind of, but it feels very, very future to me here, Aries. It's kind of like a weird message. I don't trust psychic timing, as I've said before. I feel like maybe there are like a few psychics that are really good at predicting times, but for the most part, things happen when they're supposed to happen. There really is no time. But what I would say is I feel like in the future, this could be love coming in for you, but it's like it's not here yet. Next, you have the Judgment card and the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like for a lot of you, this could be some sort of rebirth coming into your life. Of course, Queen of Pentacles, a choice as well. So I definitely feel like there's some sort of choice coming in with this full moon for you. Queen of Pentacles to me always says pick the new path, pick the new choice, of course. And so I would just pick the new path with these cards here. I also feel for others that this could be like more along the lines of like an inner calling. So for some of you, this could be like this could be like communication coming in, that it could be like a job offer or work offer, and you could be asked to like move or travel with this Chariot card here. For those of you with a business, same thing. Like I'm just getting that there could be some sort of calling, or somebody could be calling you, or there could be like something that is calling you to do something like travel for your business, and I feel like that would be good as well. For others, I feel like this is just like inner clarity. So I feel like this full moon could bring in a lot of inner clarity. I do feel like it's a pretty good full moon for the most part. I'm just looking at the chart here. So, I feel like it'll be pretty good for almost everybody. And finally here, Aries, you have the Chariot and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are moving on from something. Like I said, every single card you have here, you have almost every single one is a choice card. Or you have, I should say, at least 3 of these cards. Half the cards are choice cards. The Chariot is definitely a choice. The Ten of Swords is a choice. The Ten of Swords, as I always say, is a card of overkill. It says something is dead, done, over with. And it's a card that says you have a choice to stay dead or to start a new life or to start something new in life. So I would get up off the ground. This dog is like trying to tell you that you're dead on the ground. It's like saying, hey, you're dead. Or something in your life is over, and now it's time to start your next journey. Like there's a path up here. So Aries, I would take control with this Chariot card. But I feel like this is one of those all about you readings here, Aries. I feel like there are new choices to be made, new things to be doing with this full moon, and it looks really good. I feel like some of you could be having a victory financially as well with that Queen of Pentacles and that Chariot card. But it could be like a job, a raise, promotion, anything that could bring in more resources for you. But yeah, it looks pretty straightforward here, Aries. So thank you, Aries. Really appreciate it. All right, Taurus. Taurus, what do we have for you for this full moon in your sign? Well, let's see. Taurus, you have the Hangman here in the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I feel like you just have to spin that wheel. Just do it, right? I always say this to you, Taurus. I feel like it's time for you to just do it. I feel like you have to take some sort of leap of faith here. The Wheel of Fortune, it's a really good card, but it does require us to spin the wheel. We have to be the ones to kind of like get things moving forward here. So I feel like you just have to get off the pole, stop doing this, and spin the wheel here on the Wheel of Fortune. For others, I feel like you could just be kind of like... I feel like you could be ending cycles here as well. So I feel like some of you, this would be a cycle of like self-sacrifice, doing things for other people, not doing anything for you. So I feel like some of you could be ending those types of cycles in your life. And that's really all I'm getting there. Next, you have the Page of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, releasing burdens. I feel like a lot of you could just be releasing toxic people with that Page of Swords. So I feel like some of you could be getting rid of people who are like just toxic or immature in general. For others, this would represent you kind of like trying to gain more freedom. Ten of Wands is you trying to release a burden, I feel here. And the Page of Swords is like coming up with solutions or finding ways to release things that have been holding you back for a very long period of time. So I feel like a lot of you are kind of like trying to release burdens. Maybe you're not yet, or maybe you haven't released a burden yet, but I feel like you will be in the near future. You will be releasing several burdens with these cards. For others, I feel that the Page of Swords is talking about exploration. So I feel like there's like a need to explore things and learn more with the Page of Swords. So I would be curious. I always say Page of Swords to me is like a card of like being like a child, and so, but in a good way. So I feel like some of you need to like explore things and just do new things and try things with that Page of Swords. Be curious, basically. And finally, you have the Page of Cups here and the Three of Pentacles here. So I feel like for some of you that this could be love, of course, could be a water sign, could be an air sign. You have water, air, you have pretty much everything here. It's just a general reading, Taurus, as I always say. So I feel like for a lot of you that this could be a love offer coming in for you. And it could be any sign, like I said. But I feel like this person really wants to put the work in. I said this last night as well, that really with the North Node in Cancer, we're probably not going to tolerate relationships where the person isn't willing to work on a team. So Three of Pentacles, teamwork, and creating something of quality as well. So I feel like some of you could be like creating a quality relationship here. For others, I feel like this is just more money, but I feel like it's through like teamwork, or I feel like it could be through kind of like what's popping into my head is like adding on to or expanding upon work or something like that. For some of you, the best way, what I think the message is that some of you could be taking like something like an existing business, or you could be taking someone else's ideas, and it's like you're expanding upon them. It's like you're not stealing things here, Taurus. I feel like you're just expanding upon things, and I feel like that could lead to a lot more money. So if you're doing that, that might be for just one of you out there, but if you're doing that, I feel like there's a lot more success because of it. So that's that, Taurus. Taurus, that looks really good. So thank you, Taurus. All right, Gemini. Gemini, this is your full moon reading, by the way, and for everybody who asked, the full moon is on the 12th, so that is when the full moon is. It is in Taurus. Gemini, you have you showing up here. Look at you. So I clarified that, and it's just you. So I feel like for a lot of you, you are just showing up here in the reading. And I feel like this is saying that there could be a perfect match coming in for you in love, of course. For others, to me, this would just represent, two things. Number one, you, like I said, you're coming up in a position of power and strength. It just says that you could be gaining a lot of power or strength after this full moon. This could also say that to me, this is fake it till you make it with the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is my card of like jumping into darkness. It's my card of learning as you go as well. So some of you could be getting like new work positions, new job positions, starting new businesses, getting into a relationship, whatever, where maybe you don't know all the details. But the Queen of Swords operates through darkness. The Queen of Spades doesn't worry about not knowing the details. So I feel like a lot of you could be doing things or working on things where you don't know the details here. Next, you have the Eight of Swords and the Devil. I feel like some of you could be keeping yourself trapped in a toxic relationship. So it's pretty simple. I mean, if you're in something toxic, this would say get out. This could also be like a toxic ex. So same thing, Gemini, I would say get out with these two cards. For others, I just feel, for most of you, really, I feel like this is something else. I feel like this is like a work situation, a business, a job, certain responsibilities you have, or it could even be a situation that's out of your control. But I feel like for some of you, well, it is in your control, because Eight of Swords says all you have to do is step forward. Eight of Swords is keeping yourself restricted unnecessarily. So I feel like some of you have to set yourself free here from a toxic situation. So anything that's toxic, I would get rid of it with these two cards. For others, I feel like it's just needing a vacation. I always say Eight of Swords to me can sometimes just represent a vacation. The Devil card, just too much work. So I feel like some of you need a vacation, or maybe you need a day off, or maybe you need like a staycation or something like that. But I feel like you need some time off. Literally for like the 5 or 6 years, I have no clue how long I've been on YouTube, but for however long it's been, I would say that you have been getting these cards of needing a vacation, needing to take some time for yourself. And finally here, Gemini, you have the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. I would say, I feel like kind of like Leo. Like I'm always saying to Leo, leave comfort behind. It's like comfort is your enemy. Or established comfort zones are probably the things that are going to hold you back the most. Two of Pentacles says pick the new path. So it always says pick something new. But you could have a choice between like a job and a new job. It's like maybe you have a job, maybe it's comfortable, but maybe you've been stuck for like a million years there. I always tell people as well, like what I think is, not to get off on one of my rants here, Gemini, but what I would say is looking up the astrology and having studied it for a while, what I think is going to happen in the near future is I feel like a lot of people are going to be like looking at their jobs and saying, like, I've been working here for 20 years. Yes, I've gotten raises, but really, if you calculate in inflation and everything like that, I'm getting paid the same amount of money. So I feel like people are going to start to realize that they're actually not really making any more money. It's like people are going to start to realize that maybe they've been working somewhere for 20 years, but maybe nothing has changed. Their life has always been the same that entire 20 years. So I feel like a lot of people could be like leaving those types of jobs or starting their own businesses or doing something else where they are like more valued. So leaving something comfortable here, Gemini. For some of you, it could be a relationship, by the way, as well. But that looks good, Gemini. So thank you, Gemini. Thank you for being here. All right, Cancer. Let's see what we have for you, Cancer people. And Cancer. Cancer, you have the King of Cups here and the Knight of Cups. Love it. Definitely Knight in Shining Armor. Could be a water sign coming in for you. I feel like this is saying for a lot of you Cancer people that there is a water sign coming in. I've been saying to you all year, Cancer, water on water since the beginning of the year, right? So there could be like a Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you in love. For others, if you're not looking for love, this could just be a job or job offer. Whatever it is that you're looking for could be coming in for you here with these two cards after the full moon. So I definitely like that. I feel like some of you definitely control your emotions here with these two cards. They're not bad cards. Your cards are actually very good. All the cards except for one that you have here. But this is very positive for you, Cancer. But what I would say is keep it positive with these two cards here. Next, you have the Eight of Cups and you have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like for a lot of you that this could represent like a one-night stand type of situation, Cancer. Eight of Cups, like just kind of like a fly-by-night relationship. And the Ace of Wands is usually like can be a one-night stand. So I feel like for some of you, you could have been in like a one-night stand situation. So definitely think about that. If you have someone coming in who seems like a player, it doesn't show up here on the cards, but I'm just saying, if you have someone that comes in, you know, like that looks like a player, I'd say they're a player. Or if you have someone that comes in where you're like, this is probably just a one-night stand, then again, I would say you're right. Trust your intuition here. For others, I feel like you're just walking towards fulfillment. Eight of Cups has been coming up like crazy for the past few weeks, and I've been saying that it's the astrology. I feel like people are no longer going to be putting their energy into things where they don't see a return back, and especially like emotionally, Neptune and Pisces, but also just financially as well. So if you're like working on something and there's no emotional connection in work or business, you're probably going to be like, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. Same thing with money. Again, if the return isn't there, I feel like a lot of people are going to leave. And people, I feel like, are going to start working on like personal projects with the Ace of Wands, or start working on things that they enjoy doing, or start businesses, or get a job based off of something that they're interested in. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be doing that with these cards here. And finally, you have the Knight of Pentacles and the Star. For some of you, I'm just getting walking away again on this card. Eight of Cups would represent walking away, but I'm getting it on this Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like for some of you, this could be love. I feel like it could be someone who's just too slow. So I feel like you're not moving. It's like you're not going to be moving towards a relationship with someone who is too slow. So I feel like some of you are just kind of like leaving something in the past here with the Knight of Pentacles, and I feel like you're moving away from someone who just was too cautious in love. For others, I do feel like this could be someone new, but again, slow, like I said. So I feel like this could be like an earth sign. Again, you have pretty much every sign here: earth, water, fire. You don't have any air, but could be an air sign. Doesn't really matter, but I feel like there could be someone slow moving coming in. It could be a wish, but like I said, too slow. For others, I feel like this is saying that you need to work like faster and harder towards your goals. The Star says you can have some sort of miracle in your life. There could be really good things coming in for you, but the Knight of Pentacles is like being too cautious. Look, he's not even facing the Star, right? He's like facing away from it. So I feel like some of you need to like face towards your wishes, dreams, goals, things that you desire. And I feel like you will get them if you do that there, Cancer. But thank you, Cancer. Really appreciate it. All right, Leo. What do we have for you, Leo people? And Leo. Let's see here. And Leo. Leo, you have the Two of Cups here, Ace of Cups. Could be love coming in for you. You've been getting a lot of love cards lately, Leo. Could be a perfect match for you in love. So if you're looking for love, this could be a perfect match here. With these two cards. For others, I feel this could just be a perfect match to something else. Like I said, something that you're working on, or possibly like a job or a business. So some of you could have something that makes you very happy. For others, I'm just getting happiness here, really, Leo. So I feel like there's a lot more happiness coming in for you. For some of you, I feel like saying something. It's like something didn't give up on you is what's popping into my head. So I don't know. For some of you, I feel like either like a friend or maybe people in your life are showing you a certain level of loyalty, or maybe you're finding out that someone was loyal to you. Feels like very minor, but I don't know, it could be a good thing for you, Leo. It popped into my head. And so, yeah, there you go. That's what I'd say there. But definitely could be love, and this could be a lot of happiness as well. Next, you have the Six of Pentacles in the Fool. Like I said, I feel like some of you, this is back to that like needing to not just dip your toes in the water. To me, Six of Pentacles is like trying something, not necessarily fully committing to something. The Fool says, no, you are more than prepared. You are more than ready to get started on some sort of new journey, but you have to take the leap of faith. So I feel like for some of you, this is saying like, get the toes out of the water and like jump right in with the Fool. So I feel like some of you need to like commit to something like a new project or something you're thinking about doing. And I feel like you'll be very successful. For others, I feel like you're being kind of like pulled in a direction as well with that Fool card. The Fool card doesn't really represent a calling, but there's always a dog on the Fool card, like barking or pulling at the Fool's heels, basically. So I feel like for some of you, this is saying that there is some sort of pull towards something new. The other thing that's popping into my head is normally I feel like the dog is pulling the person backwards, like off the cliff, right? So the Fool is normally standing at the edge of a cliff ready to jump off. But believe it or not, he's prepared. He's ready to do it. And he will be fine. He's getting ready to start a journey. But the dog is like pulling him back. So I feel like some of you could have like some little things in your life that could be preventing you from taking some sort of leap of faith, but it's just a little dog. It's like you could easily take the jump. The dog doesn't have a parachute. The dog's gone. You have a parachute. You're fine. So whatever little like thing is preventing you from starting something new, I feel like it doesn't even matter. So that's what I'd say there. For others, I feel like this is you needing to ask for money or something like that, Leo. I feel like for some of you, like it's a very specific message. I feel like some of you, somebody could owe you money or something, Leo, and I feel like you have to like speak up to get it here with those cards. And finally, you have the Nine of Wands and the Justice card. I feel like there's justice coming in for you here, Leo, in some sort of situation. So I like that. Nine of Wands, this could also just be saying that you have not given up on something you've been working towards. And the Justice card to me would be results from the universe. So it's like sometimes we work on a project forever, or we work on a business forever, and maybe we don't see results, or maybe we're not successful, and maybe we don't see things moving forward. This would be you seeing results, seeing things starting to work out. So I feel like this could be like almost like starting to see results on something that you've been working on for a very long period of time. And I feel like I've said that to you before, Leo. So if you've been experiencing delayed results, this to me would be results. I do get Libra here as well. So I feel like for some of you, it could be love with a Libra. And for some of you, I feel like this is saying keep working on the relationship. Even if it's not a Libra, I feel like it's just talking about balance and love. So there you go, Leo. Thank you, Leo. Really appreciate it. All right, Virgo. Let's see what we have for you, Virgo people. And Virgo. Virgo, you have the Death card and the Five of Wands. Yeah, this is the end of conflict. I feel like some of you have made a change in your life and it's removing conflict from your life. That message came in very clear if you couldn't tell, Virgo. So good for you if you have moved away from conflict. For others, for whatever reason, you don't have any cards of sadness here, but I do feel sadness. So I do feel like some of you could be feeling sad about something, but really I feel like that Death card is saying, like, even if you're feeling sad or if you're feeling mentally conflicted about something that you've been doing, I feel like there's a lot more happiness. I feel like you're moving towards like bigger and better things. So I wouldn't really worry too much about this. For others, as always, Libra, the Five of Wands to me is a card of needing to be flexible. To me, it says things that are stiff break, right? And if you could just learn to bend in life, then things would get a lot easier and the transitions and changes you're going through would be a lot smoother. So I feel like this is saying that, like, basically what I've been saying to you forever, Virgo, is that I feel like this is saying that some of you just need to realize that things are happening for you, but maybe just not the way you think, right? And I always say this to you, Virgo. Next, you have the Nine of Swords and the Six of Cups. I do feel like some of you could be thinking about an ex here with these two cards. You could be like having sleepless nights, worries, fears, anxieties, depressions, and things like that. I'm almost getting regrets here on these cards. So for some of you, this is saying that you could be having regrets about a situation, or maybe somebody else is having regrets about what they did to you. For some of you, I feel like you will be finding out about it, but probably in the future, if this is a love situation, because you have the Temperance card here. You also have the Hierophant as well, and to me the Hierophant could represent divine timing. So I feel like, again, if you're waiting for an apology from someone, this could say that will be happening, but not until probably later on or in the future. For others, I feel like this is you moving towards happiness here. So maybe some of you are kind of like getting away from anxiety, depression, sleepless nights, things like that. And you're probably becoming more happy with that Six of Cups. So I like that. And finally here, you have the Temperance and the Hierophant here, Virgo. So like I said, I feel like divine timing on these two cards. And I feel like this is saying, that there could be like pretty much anything coming in for you, but I feel like it's going to be divine timing. For a lot of you, I feel like it's an apology or something like that. For others, I feel like this could be marriage, so you could be hoping for love, for example, and this would just say be patient. And for others, I feel like this is about, again, bending the rules. I would say Hierophant to me is inside the box thinking, but it can represent like established rules that everybody has to follow here, Virgo. And what I would say with the Hierophant is that, to me, it's about learning to bend the rules. Again, 5 wands, I said it at the beginning of your reading. I feel like this is saying that it's time for you to learn to like bend the rules and come up with your own rules, or to find ways around rules and things like that as well. To me, it's also about being more flexible. Like I said, Virgo, like I told you this last week, I've told you almost every single night. I feel like things that could be happening for you they're going to happen. Like there could be certain things that you want to manifest in your life, and this could just be saying that those things that you desire are manifesting in your life, and maybe right in front of you, but it's like maybe you can't see it because it doesn't look exactly how you think it should. So again, watch your weekly reading from for this week, for the week of the 11th. Go to the channel, go to the video tab, go down to Virgo and watch that video, because I talk all about it in that video, about kind of like manifestation and how things could look a little bit different. It'll make more sense, but that's what I get here. So thank you, Virgo. Really appreciate it. Libra, let's see what we have for you, Libra people, and Libra. And all right, Libra, you have the 3 of Swords here and the 4 wands. Yeah, I feel like some of you could be heartbroken. I feel like I get the same story for you over and over again, Libra. I feel like for some of you, it's like you thought you were going to marry someone and there was a breakup, so there could be sadness here, and it could be with someone that you thought you were going to marry. I feel like you could be confused about a love situation here, like confused as to why somebody ran away. I feel like they were just no good, is what I'd say to you, Libra, here with the Page of Wands. So I feel like they were just like a liar, cheater, stealer, runner, awayer, right? So I feel like some of you have dealt with somebody like that in the past, somebody who is just like a player, basically. And for others, I feel like this could be saying to watch your health. I feel like it's just asking you to commit to your health. I don't think this is that big of a deal, Libra. I always say 3 of Swords to me is just a card that would represent kind of like the typical health advice, right? Like needing to make sure you drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, all that sort of stuff. So I feel like some of you, this is just saying commit to your health and you'll be healthy. Next here, Libra, you have the Page of Wands and the 7 of Cups here. So I feel like you need to stay focused on what you want here with the 7 of Cups. And the Page of Wands is like moving towards desire. So Libra, this comes up for you a lot. And I feel like a lot of you need to kind of like work on things, or work on a business or a job that is something that you actually desire to do, that you actually want to do, not just a job. And I feel like that will lead to like a lot of success here with this card. For others, I feel like this could be, again, talking about like a liar, cheater, stealer, like I said, or someone who just runs away. The 7 of Cups to me is like a lone wolf type of person, you know? So I feel like for some of you, this could be like some of you were dating like a lone wolf type of person. So maybe they weren't a player out and out, but, you know, again, maybe they just didn't want to commit to a relationship. So I feel like some of you have dealt with that as well. Or it could have been a player, like I said. For others, yeah, definitely a player. For others, I feel like this is like messages coming in. I would be careful. I feel like saying be careful of like third-party messages as well is popping into my head. Again, I would go directly to the source. Mercury retrograde, you know, like I said, telephone game, right? You know, during Mercury retrograde, it's a terrible time to listen to anything anybody tells us about anyone, because it's probably not even close, or probably total BS, right? Neptune and Pisces as well. Then we can start telling ourselves stories in our heads about something that isn't even true in the first place, and then we can get all mad at somebody for something that isn't even true. Like, you know, somebody could say, hey, I saw your boyfriend with a girl the other night, and then you start telling yourself all these stories, and then you say, oh, I remember the other night he came home with glitter all over his chest. How did that happen? You know? So then you're like, oh my god, he's cheating on me with someone who wears glitter. And you're like, you know, you could be like telling yourself all these stories. Maybe he just likes playing with glitter, right? So, and maybe that's all it is. Maybe your friend didn't even see him out there, you know, whatever it was. So get out of your head. And finally, you have the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles here, Libra. So I feel like for some of you, this is material success on the horizon. Eight of Pentacles to me is definitely money coming in the future. So I feel like there could be a lot of money coming in for you here in the future with these two cards. Seven of Pentacles, financial growth. You have had kind of like a whole entire thing about financial growth in your life, or more money, or just your money growing in general here, Libra. But it's mostly been about resources. So just you kind of like gathering resources in your life, or gathering more financial resources. But now everything is changing to growth for you, Libra, which I like, because to me, having just enough is pretty boring, right? So to me, more is better. So I feel like there's definitely more money coming in for you here with these two cards. For others, I'm getting something about investments or investing your money or something. So I would say if you are investing your money, or if you're investing even your time into something, hoping for like a financial return in particular, I feel like this is saying do your research, of course, but make sure to do your research before you invest your time. Again, not to go on another rant here, Libra, but like trust me, I've known like tons of people where their friend is always like, oh, let's start this business, right? And they start a business together, and it's like one person does more work than the other person. It's like there's always something going on that doesn't work out, right? So I would just investigate those opportunities, but before you put like a bunch of time into something and then don't get like whatever you want back from it. So that's what I said to you, Libra. Thank you, Libra, really appreciate it. All right, Scorpio, let's see what we have for you, Scorpio people. And Scorpio, I would say don't watch this reading, Scorpio, is what I'm trying to say. But so Scorpio, you have been warned. But you have the Five of Swords and the King of Swords. So yeah, this reading looks a lot scarier than it actually is. Scorpio is what I would say. So I feel like for some of you, this could be you just being very independent after this full moon, kind of like taking time for yourself or doing things on your own as well. So I feel like for some of you, this is just talking about independence. For others, this is talking about knowledge as well. This whole entire thing here is talking about knowledge and wisdom, the knowledge and things that you have learned from the past. The King of Swords to me is like the card of the mentor as well. So I feel like for some of you, this is saying that either you are a mentor or you are becoming a mentor in life. This could be like in work or business. I feel like that would be a good idea as well. For others, definitely could be like some sort of legal situation here. You have the Seven of Swords, the Tower. Like I said, I'm not too crazy about this. Libra, like I always say, this is just, just a full moon reading. It's just a general reading. So, like I said, it's probably not going to be that bad, even though you have these challenging cards here. King of Swords would be justice, though. But for some of you, this could definitely represent a problem at work. King of Swords is my card of the King of Swords is my card of having certain difficulties or challenges at work, or experiencing certain challenges at work, like mostly things like sexual harassment or like tons of gossip or something like that. So if you've been dealing with those issues at work, this could represent like some sort of justice there. Next, you have the moon in the world. So I feel like for some of you, this is about grounding your dreams here on Earth. The moon, to me, is your fantasies. It is like your fantasy life, the things that you desire or things that you feel like are out of your reach here, Scorpio. The moon is like manifesting these things down here on the ground. So I feel like you need to manifest your dreams. This says set goals and make it happen here, Scorpio. So I feel like for some of you, this is about manifesting your dreams here on Earth. The moon is about operating through fear, so needing to face certain fears or needing to embrace fear to become more successful. The world is kind of like a card of a turnaround or goals. So this could represent you reaching certain goals in your life with the world card, or kind of like having certain achievements as well. For others, this to me would represent like kind of putting yourself here before you actually get there. So this could represent doing things like projecting yourself into your future life. It could just represent doing like visualization exercises as well. So I feel like a lot that you could be doing like visualizing, and I feel like you could also be doing like meditation work, and I feel like that would be a really good idea with these two cards for you, Scorpio. I feel like it's going to help you get the things that you want. And finally, you have the Seven of Swords and the Tower. Again, this to me would represent like somebody cheating on you. So again, some of you could be dealing with someone who cheated on you, or someone who lied to you or something like that. So that could be coming out after this full moon here, Scorpio. And the Tower could be a shakeup or like a surprise. So this could very much be a surprise for you. What I feel like saying is it's probably not that much of a surprise though, Libra, because you have the moon. I mean, Libra, Scorpio. Yeah, the Six of Swords. You will heal from this. For some of you, this feels like a breakup to me, like all of a sudden, like something that you didn't expect. I feel like you already went through it. Yeah. Knight of Wands. It's like you already knew that this was going to happen. So I feel like for some of you, you've already gone through this, or you already have been going through this, and I feel like you're still surprised at the same time. For others, this to me could represent you like almost stepping into some sort of trap, but I feel like you are noticing it before you step into it. I feel like you're just surprised that it's there. So for some of you, it's like maybe you find out that your boss is like, some sort of major like cocaine dealer or something like that, and then, maybe the next day your job is shut down, right? Or something along those lines. Could be something just crazy with the Tower card here. And I feel like this is you having like avoided the trap that is there, but I feel like you're surprised about it still, is what I'd say with these two cards. Yeah, you have the Queen of Wands. I just simply asked for clarification because that's probably the most confusing reading I've ever done in probably like the last 6 years, but Scorpio. But you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So I feel like you are fine here. The Nine of Pentacles is kind of like a card of protection and being protected in a certain way, because it's a card of like just your own energy and self-sufficient energy. Queen of Wands is like very bold and assertive energy as well, and it's also like a card of wholehearted like work. So I feel like you just need to like work on the things that you want to work on, and I feel like that will lead to a lot of success with the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, definitely, the reason I don't like the Queen of Wands is because it's too many eyeballs on you. It's too many people like watching you, looking at you, like all this other stuff. So this could represent like too many eyes on you. And like I said, with that King of Swords that you had at the beginning, that to me could represent like jealousy at work, like I said, sexual harassment, something along those lines as well. So you could have like a lot of people talking behind your back, but I would avoid that. Like I said, Nine of Pentacles says you can stand on your own. So like it's like you have nothing to worry about if something happens there, Scorpio. But that's that, Scorpio. Thank you, Scorpio. And let's move on to Sagittarius. Sag, we are going to be doing a full moon reading for you here, Sagittarius. So, Sagittarius, let's see here. And Sag. Ten of Pentacles wanted to pop out there like twice. That's like 3 times now there, Sagittarius. I don't take pop-outs, but it is interesting. So, Sag, I'm going to actually spread the cards out and see if it pops out. It didn't, but, it's worth a shot, right? Sagittarius, before I do anything, let me get your timestamps down. Sagittarius, you have the High Priestess and the Seven of Swords. What is the deal with the Seven of Swords tonight? I don't get it, but I feel like you could be dealing with just kind of fears with these two cards. To me, the High Priestess is your conscious awareness, something entering into your awareness, you becoming aware that something is possible in your life. Seven of Swords is like the what ifs. So this could say that you kind of create some new goals or wishes or dreams for your life. And the Seven of Swords could be like, what if, what if, what if? So this to me would say, get out of your head and take action. The High Priestess is no action. It says we need to take action towards things that pop into our head. So I would take action on any dreams, goals, wishes, anything that you have here with these two cards. Also, trust your intuition with that High Priestess. Next, you have the Sun card here and the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like that this is also... The Sun card to me is the best card in the deck, and it's also a card of like happiness and goals and kind of like good things coming in for you. It's a card of enlightenment as well. So some of you could be like uncovering information here as well about like things from the past. You have the Hermit as well, which is like going inside, but it's also kind of like uncovering things that you already know about certain situations in your life. So some of you could be doing a lot of deep work. You have the Eight of Pentacles as well. Eight of Pentacles is like a card that says there are like little tiny bits and pieces that when you put them all together form a complete picture. So a lot of you could be like taking withdrawal time, I would say after like the entire time after this full moon, probably until the new moon, where you could be withdrawing from people, or you could be withdrawing from certain people in your life. And it's like, I feel like you're trying to build a puzzle here of like things that have gone on in your life. The Sun, like I said, very good card of happiness. You have 2 sevens here. 2 sevens to me is internal fears don't exist. So I feel like it's definitely time to let go of the fears here, Sagittarius. And finally here, Sagittarius, you have the Eight of Pentacles. And you also have the Hermit. I'm probably going to pull 2 more cards for you, Sag, just because I'm nosy. But you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, material success on the horizon. So I feel like there's like more money coming in the future here for you. Eight of Pentacles to me, like I said, is like the little bits and pieces. It's a card of diligence, but it kind of represents things in between the lines. Or it kind of represents things in between structure. It's like you could build a house, but if it doesn't have any nails, then it's probably going to fall apart, right? So this is like the nails that build the house and put it together. So to me, I feel like you're kind of like getting the nails of a situation, and I feel like it's kind of like building things up for you, or it's like building a complete picture or providing structure in your life. The Hermit is like you going on the inside and figuring it out. So I feel like some of you are like trusting your intuition, like I said at the beginning of the reading with that High Priestess, and it's like that is what's providing you with clarity in your life, or providing you a full picture on things in your life as well. For others, this would just be like a lot of inner work. So I feel like a lot of you have been doing a lot of inner work with these 2 cards, and this would represent you being successful because of the inner work that you're doing here. So Sagittarius, that's like really good. I'm sure some smartass is going to leave a comment telling me how their uncle built a house without nails. So I beat you to it, future smartass. But also leave the comment so I can like it. So, thank you, Sagittarius. Capricorn, let's see what we have for you, Capricorn people. And Capricorn. Let's see. Capricorn, you have the Ace of Wands here and the Eight of Wands. So I feel like there is like a lot of success coming in for you here, Capricorn. And I love it. Ace of Wands, to me, is one of my favorite cards in the deck. It might be my favorite tarot card personally. To me, it's a card of like total abundance. And to me, it's also a card of success. Eight of Wands, also like a really good card for success as well. To me, the Eight of Wands is a card of like hitting a bullseye. So I feel like whatever you're working on, it's like you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. To me, also, the Ace of Wands is a card of great growth. You have a lot of cards that would represent growth here, Capricorn. So I feel like there's a lot of growth and change coming in for you. It looks extremely positive. So I love that, Capricorn. I feel like probably the true benefits for you come at the end of the year. I've talked about this quite a bit for you, Capricorn, but I feel like you are going to start seeing benefits now from whatever it is that you're working on in life. Next, you have the Page of Wands and the Seven of Wands. I feel like some of you are closed off to love. Again, to me, this could be communication for love. So again, if you're looking for love, I feel like you're kind of like a little bit like Aries. I'm not saying that all Aries and all Capricorns don't want love, but just like in general, some of you, maybe you don't want love. Maybe you're not open up to it. But this kind of says like maybe you should give it a shot because it could be something very fun. Or maybe you should just look at it as fun. And maybe not love, right? Maybe you should just say, hey, this could be a new friend, and just kind of see what happens. So I feel like some of you need to like give that a shot. I also feel for others that this could be you turning yourself off to an adventure. The Page of Wands is like an adventure. Seven of Wands is kind of like defending your position, but needing to open up to an adventure. So I feel like some of you need to like open up to adventure opportunity here, and because I feel like there could be a lot of success from going on some sort of adventure here. I also feel you have the Ace of Pentacles to me, which is the call to adventure, and it's also the hero's journey. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you need to go on some sort of new adventure. For others, the Seven of Wands could just represent needing to open up and love, like I said. So I would open up there. Next, you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Death card. Yeah, there is some sort of journey that you need to go on that is going to lead to a transformation in your life. It's going to change you in a lot of ways. So that's what I feel like this is saying. I feel like for others, I do feel like this could be a Scorpio coming in for you for some reason here as well. So I feel like if you're looking for love, there could be a Scorpio coming in for you, Capricorn. It could be any sign, but Scorpio is definitely jumping out to me here. Ace of Pentacles is the path to marriage as well. So it could be something that leads to marriage in the future. Yes, boom, look at that, 10 of Cups. So I feel like for sure that there could be marriage. If you're looking for love, Capricorn, I would get out there and date with the 10 of Cups. For others, this is just fortune after difficulty. Ace of Pentacles is like an offer from God. So for some of you, this could be you kind of like transforming some sort of situation that you're in your life. It's like maybe you don't have money, maybe you want more money. This could be like a job offer or a work offer, business offer, pretty much anything like that. So I feel like there's something that comes in that provides fortune after difficulty here, Capricorn. But that looks good. So thank you, Capricorn. Really appreciate it. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what we have for you. And Aqua. Let's see here. Aquarius. Aquarius, you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, some sort of new opportunity is going to lead to freedom. I feel like this is basically saying that some of you are going to be picking a new path in life, and the Ten of Wands is saying that this is going to release burdens for you, or it's going to kind of release a heavy burden from your from your shoulders, basically. So for some of you, it could be like going from one business to another business that's easier, from one job to another job that's easier. It could literally be burdens that you are releasing. For others, I'm also getting completion here as well. So I feel like some of you could be like wrapping something up. It's like you're in the final, just looking at this whole thing. To me, this reading is a relief for you, Aquarius. So I feel like you're wrapping something up here. It's like you're getting ready to close something down. I mean, these are the words that are like popping into my head right now. So I feel like some of you are kind of coming to the end of some sort of cycle or a project or a business or something. So it's like you're kind of like coming to the end of something here with these cards. Next, you have the Page of Cups here and the Justice card. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, this could be a love offer coming in. Could be a water sign, could be any sign. You have like almost everything here, Aquarius. So could be any sign, but this could be a love offer coming in. I feel like it's a very balanced and straightforward offer. For others, as always, the Justice card to me says where you put your energy is what you're going to get back. So the Justice card just says make sure to put your energy into positive things. You will be successful and get a positive return of energy here. And I feel like that'll be good for you. I'm also just getting good news here as well. So I feel like some of you could just be getting good news about something that you're doing here with these two cards. And yeah, I feel like that will be good as well. I feel like you'll be very happy if you're getting news on these two cards. Could be something legal. For sure. Yeah, I definitely feel like it could be something legal. Yeah, like a legal victory or some other type of victory. I'm also getting sales in my head as well. I'd say if you're in sales, if you're trying to sell something like a house or something expensive, or again, if your job like has to do with sales or something like that, I feel like there could be a lot of like victories or wins for you here, Aquarius. And finally, you show up here, Page of Swords, Ace of Cups. Could be a new love offer coming in for you. I am getting distance here, Aquarius. Yeah, King of Swords. I feel like this is you, though. I'm getting distance. Funny enough, it's probably not going to show up, but he has the world, like, right here. So I feel like for some of you, this could be, like, a long-distance relationship. I feel like this has come up for you quite a bit in the past. It comes up for Gemini as well. So it's like the two air signs, you and Gemini, are the two that stand out, I should say, that get the cards the most for long distance. For others, this to me would be about like just kind of like moving towards things that make you happy. Ace of Cups is just happiness. Page of Swords is curiosity, like what makes you happy, and start moving towards it there with those two cards. But that's that, Aquarius. So thank you, Aquarius. All right, Pisces. Let's see what we have for you, Pisces people. Pisces, as always, thank you for your patience. Really appreciate it, Pisces. And Pisces, let's see here. Pisces, you have the Chariot here and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I feel like some of you are like moving on from things that no longer serve you here with that Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, of course, can represent like can represent rock bottom or being at a very difficult point in your life, or going through some extreme difficulties. But to me, this could also just be a move. I always say this, Ten of Swords to me just represents going from one thing to another. It doesn't have to be a bad card. Chariot could definitely represent a move or travel. Again, I'm going to start creating little sound clips that I can play. So I won't even have to talk during these readings. It's going to be amazing. I'll just be able to hit like a P for Pisces, and it's going to say, Pisces, you'll probably be moving over the next 8 years, because every single Pisces is probably going to move over the next 8 years, and all this other stuff. It's going to say, Pisces, you're very attractive at this time. So again, it's going to be amazing, right? You all know what I'm going to say. So I feel like there could be some sort of victory as well for you here, Pisces, probably after a very difficult period of time. So I feel like there are like more wins for you here, Pisces, but the Chariot says you have to take control because, again, these wins are not going to just happen for you. Pisces, things get a lot better for you financially once Neptune starts moving forward. That will be on November 28th for you, Pisces. So like money can pick up, your ideas in general for life can start moving forward a little bit faster, and like all sorts of stuff. Mercury will be moving forward, still in shadow, but it'll be moving forward at least. So, again, as we move towards the end of the month, you'll start to notice improvements. Once all that energy in Capricorn starts moving forward towards the end of the year, it's all moving forward for the most part. But what I would say is Jupiter isn't in there yet. So for you, Pisces, really the good news is when Jupiter enters into Capricorn. But again, Neptune at the end of the month, same thing. Next, Pisces, you have the Five of Cups and the Hangman. Yeah, Pisces, you had this message, I think, in your weekly reading. I said something like, don't miss an opportunity, or, I basically said, don't sleep on an opportunity. I feel like there could be, like, opportunities for you in general, but it's like you're not taking action here, Pisces. So I feel like this is saying, don't sleep on something that could be very good for you. Could be anything. Could be like a business idea, a job idea, an idea to start a YouTube channel. It could be pretty much anything. So it could be a relationship, could be anything. But I feel like there's a need for you to move with these two cards, like to get started working on something that you want. For others, I feel like this is about no stinking thinking, right, Pisces? I mean, to me, this guy, he's like he's boo-hooing over here over 2 cups that have fallen over, but he's got 3 cups on this card that are standing up. The Hangman is about just needing to see things from a different point of view. The Hangman just says, like, if this guy wasn't such a dummy, he would see that he still has 2 cups standing up. So he would see that he still has things in his life. So I feel like some of you just need to kind of be more optimistic, or just need to look at things from a different point of view with those cards. And finally, you have the Knight of Swords, and you have the Four of Swords. To me, this could represent a lot of meditation time here, Pisces. To me, the Knight of Swords is also a card of, like, desires, but to me, it's like a card that says you need to communicate your desires clearly. So, Pisces, if you're interested in someone, this would say, like, let them know. If you are hoping for a relationship, this would say, let them know. If you are in a relationship and certain things need to change, or if you need to communicate with your partner or whatever, this would say, let them know, Pisces. Yeah, so we're going to talk about those 2 cards in just a second, but I also feel like this could be saying that you will be making lifestyle changes, Pisces. The Knight of Swords to me is a card of like daily routine change or lifestyle changes that you could be making. Four of Swords actually could just be saying this will lead to a recovery in your life, so things could be getting easier for you as well. I wanted to see what the next 2 cards were, Pisces, because again, I'm nosy. You have the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you're a lot more free than you realize, Pisces. Eight of Swords, self-imposed restriction. This basically says Ten of Pentacles, Pisces. I say this every single night. I'm gonna get a little soundboard here, and I'm gonna hit another one that says you can have whatever you want, because you get these cards every single night, Pisces, the Magician or the Ten of Pentacles or the Ten of Cups. But really, the Ten of Pentacles and the Magician kind of say you can have everything you desire in life. Ten of Pentacles is everything that you want. Eight of Swords are just preventing yourself from having these things, probably due to this right here, this Five of Cups that I can't pick up. So I feel like for some of you, it's like this is what's holding you back. You're focusing on what you don't have, not what you do have. And I feel like you need to just change your focus. For others, I feel like this is saying that you're putting restrictions on yourself that don't need to be there. So it's like you could be worried about what other people will think if you do something. You could be thinking that you have like other responsibilities that don't really matter. So I feel like a lot of you, really, I feel like you'll be doing this naturally. Like once we get past the Neptune retrograde again, Pisces, by the end of the month, I feel like you'll be seeing things that will be like moving forward. It's like you'll be seeing things starting to move forward, but you'll also be seeing things that where maybe you have kind of placed restrictions upon yourself. For some of you, to me, Neptune was like kind of making very weird angles to Saturn. I think it is still making weird angles to Saturn. Yeah, it's so it's sextiling Saturn right now. Neptune with Saturn, even creating a sextile like that, can represent like delusional behavior or feeling like your ideas are delusional in the first place. So Pisces, it's like maybe you feel like your ideas are crazy, or maybe you feel like you're going crazy, Pisces. But again, by the end of the month, Ten of Pentacles. So Pisces, you can have whatever you want. So thank you, Pisces. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. We are going to do a pick a card now, and we are going to do cards 1, 2, and 3. So everybody pick a card 1, 2, and 3. Let's see here. 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. 2 more shuffles, everybody. 2 more. One more. Actually, I lied. So here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, if you pick card number 1, you have the Strength card and the Temperance card. Patience. Literally, both cards represent patience. So I feel like whatever you're waiting for, card number 1, patience is the answer. The Strength card says be strong, of course. The Temperance card, to me, I would say the one trick with the Temperance card is, to me, the Temperance card is the card of the Jack of all trades. To me, it's a card of like being good at several different things in life. And so it says there could be, it's kind of like the Magician in a way, not exactly, that's not 100% true, but to me, it could say that you could have other talents, gifts, skills, or abilities that could help you move things forward faster. So, I mean, obviously it's a very general message, but that's what I'd say there. Next, if you pick card number 2, you have the 3 Cups and the King of Wands. For some of you, I feel like this could be like a third-party situation with a fire sign. So some of you could be dealing with like a third-party situation, or maybe you know you're in a third-party situation. You could be the one that's like the middle party, right? Is that how a third-party situation works? I don't know. It's like you're this person here, and you have these 2 other people. So you might know about it, but I feel like for whatever reason, I feel like this is saying someone's going to find out about it if you're not careful. For others, I feel like this is just saying more social time. Wands cards to me represent friends or spending time with friends, and the 3 Cups to me represents like community and celebration and partying. So I feel like some of you need to socialize with these 2 cards. Could be to get anything you want, love, happiness, pretty much anything. And finally, if you pick card number 3, you have the 6 of Swords and the 2 of Wands. So I feel like for some of you, the 6 of Swords is talking about incremental improvements is what's popping into my head. Every once in a while, I feel like the 6 of Swords just kind of represents more step-by-step improvements. Maybe not like huge leaps forward, but definitely improvements in your life. And the 2 of Wands kind of is a card of like taking the lead. So I feel like some of you, it's like once you take the lead in your life and you start leading yourself or making your own decisions, that's where the improvements come in. For others, this could represent just original ideas. And yeah, I've been talking about this all year. Again, Neptune and Pisces is insane. So, you know, to me, Neptune and Pisces can definitely represent innovation. Then Uranus and Taurus, innovation. So I feel like kind of the universe rewards like original, crazy ideas right now in business, love, whatever. So if you have any ideas, I would say write them down and also use them for success here. But that's that. So thank you everybody again for being here. Really appreciate it. I am going to answer questions now. Of course, super chats will get preference, but I will try to answer as many people as I possibly can. So let me figure out where I was, and we will get started here. And, alright. Trivia Luna, I totally missed your super chat, by the way. Sorry about that. You say here, cards for the new moon in 12th house, Taurus. King of Pentacles, more financial resources. 6 of Cups, happiness. So I feel like this is going to be very good for you, Trivia Luna, actually, even in your 12th. So I feel like this is saying that, I feel like the King of Pentacles is a card of resources or increasing your resources. The 6 of Cups is a card of happiness. So I feel like it's going to be very good for you, is what I'd say there. Isha B, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Say, love cards for me and Daryl. Just moved in together. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Really good is what I'd say to you. 10 of Pentacles is everything you want. So this could definitely be like a certain situation where this relationship is like everything you want. 10 of Pentacles, happy home, happy family. Kind of like the 10 of Cups, right? So I like that. 9 of Pentacles is a card of being single, but it could just represent resources, like increasing your resources or things kind of just like working out for you better here. So I feel like it's just saying things are going to like work out, but really, really good cards. So I love it. Patricia, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Made a mistake. What will be the consequences? You have the Devil and the 3 of Wands. I mean, the Devil can just represent a mistake. It doesn't even have to represent consequences. It can also say that you are beating yourself up more for the mistake than anything else. It is toxic energy. Three of Wands could represent moving away, but really the Three of Wands is expansion. The Three of Wands is also a card of leadership as well. So, if this is involving like leaders or of like work or something like that, could just represent leadership. But yeah, I really don't see any consequences here. Ace of Pentacles, so probably not that big of a deal. Carla, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Looking for apartment tomorrow. Any vibes? King of Cups, the card of the home, Carla. So definitely a very good card for you for finding a place to live, or definitely a very good card for you for like finding a place that you would like. So yeah, very good card for moving. Very good card for finding a place to live as well. So I really like this card a lot, is what I'd say there. But that looks good. Deja, thank you for the super chat. You have the Three of Swords and the Six of Wands. This would represent healing. So, Deja, this could be like some sort of healing going on for you or something like that. Or you could be going through a healing as well with this card. So, yeah, I like it. Could be healing. Could also just be good news coming in for you also. Not from Concentrate. Hello, by the way. You say, update, please. Sorry, I have to read yours from here, not from Concentrate. You say, update, please, on how JG feels about me and advice on how to proceed. You have the Ace of Wands, Nine of Cups, a wish, whatever your wish is in this situation. Ace of Wands is kind of like a very straightforward card, but it is a card of like flirting, more and more communication. Queen of Wands, a lot of attraction between the two of you. Queen of Wands is a card of seduction. It's a card of like desire. So I feel like there's like a lot of seduction and like desire between the two of you. So more flirting is what I'd say here. For sure. Not from Juice. Chingu98, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say new job. I would say yes, definitely. Judgment is a rebirth and it is a calling. So Chingu, this would represent like communication for a new job. So definitely a new job coming in. You say new love. Yes, definitely dating. Whenever you have a card like this where it's not a specific person, to me, the Ten of Cups is a card of dating. It says you need to get out and date. The reason why I think that a specific person doesn't come up in some people's readings when they ask about love is because like the universe wants us to have an abundance mentality. I talked about this at the beginning of the year. We had Uranus opposite Venus at the end of last year and the beginning of the year. Uranus and Venus, actually Uranus opposite Venus punishes us if we only focus on like one thing because it wants abundance, it wants freedom. So this would say date for new love. And you say communication from past Pisces. I would say no. I feel like there's going to be no communication there. Empress is a good card, but it's also a card of, it's a good card. It can say there's still attraction there, but the Five of Wands would say no. So I would say no. And like I always say, I'm attracted to plenty of people that I will never communicate with, right? So, and people can still be attracted to their exes but not want to communicate with them. So that's what I'd say there. Connie, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. What will this moon open up for me? You have the Emperor, new plans, more structure. Yeah, definitely. Emperor and the Hierophant, this is like structure times a billion. This could also represent knowledge as well, Connie. Could say that like it's opening you up to new knowledge. Taurus, by the way. So it definitely says that this could represent more structure coming in or more, having better ideas on like what you need to learn to fix certain problems in your life. This could also be like a challenge to your certain beliefs in your life as well. The Hierophant is a card of conformity, but sometimes the Hierophant comes up and we could be like, why do I believe this? It could be about anything. And it could be like a challenge to certain beliefs you have. Jorge, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You have the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Wands. I feel like you are worrying about whether or not you will be able to release a burden. I feel like you will be releasing a burden, Jorge. So I feel like you need to like get out of your head with these two cards. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. Could be financial, Jorge, but definitely a very good card. So I feel like this is saying that there are like wishes and happiness coming in for you here with the Three of Pentacles. Could be involving money. Cat Stanley, card for Cat. Cat, you got it. Cat, you have the Sun, the best card in the deck. Cat, I feel like you always get good cards. Cat, if you are looking for love, this could be a Leo coming in for you. Page of Wands and the Sun could be a Leo. if you're looking for love. This could also just be a lot of happiness, a lot more happiness coming in for you. The Sun is just the card of happiness, celebration, like good things coming in. The Page of Wands could be like good news. So both these cards could be good news. But I do feel love here. Leo popped into my head, which is really funny. I feel like love has been very slow, or something's been very slow that you've been waiting for. But I feel like you will start to see results soon. Love it. 8K Raven, hello. Thank you for the super chat. You say here, is the Pisces in my love life sincere? I would say yes. The Two of Cups, perfect match. Soulmates is what I'd say here. The World. So the World is like a card of dating, but it's also a card of like cycles as well. Yeah, I feel like you are in control of this situation. So the World says, the Magician just says like, focus on the positive and positive things will come in. But Two of Cups, perfect match. I would say if you are at a distance as well, the World could just say that you're at a distance. But that wouldn't really surprise me because of Pisces 11th house, plus also for Pisces, Jupiter in the 9th as well. So that's what I'd say to you. But that looks good. JC, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say Kylie needs some guidance today. Kylie, get off the pole. And 7 of Cups. Kylie, thank you, JC, if I didn't say that, by the way. Kylie, I feel like you need to focus exactly on what you want in life. 7 of Cups just says you have to pick one thing that you want and focus on it and see it through to the end. And don't let things distract you. 7 of Cups is just like a just ridiculous card of distraction, or being distracted by things that you shouldn't allow to distract you, basically. So that's that. Rising Storm, hello. By the way, thank you for being here. JC, thank you for the super chat. Oh, I already said that. Thank you, JC. Thank you, JC, again. Really appreciate it. Aaron Sullivan, will I get my settlement money in November? I would say no, maybe. I would say no. I feel like it's coming, but I definitely feel delays here. Aaron, I've been saying this since like the beginning of the year. I literally said it at the beginning of the year in January. I was telling people that like if you're involved in something legal, there will be delays all year long. Plain and simple. So, look, I get a billion questions a day from people asking me about legal things where there have been delays. So, again, it just doesn't surprise me. I called it because of the astrology this year, and I was right. So, I don't like to brag on this channel, but let's just say I was right. And High Priestess, no action, so things taking their time. 4 of Wands says that in the future there will be a celebration. So, I feel like you will, but it's just like taking time. But maybe not November. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like you're waiting. 4 of Swords, so it's like you're waiting. Brittany X, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. For the rest of the year, amazing, Brittany. Wheel of Fortune, a turnaround, things turning in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune. 8 of Wands, some sort of victory or good news coming in for you. So I feel like there's like good news coming in for you here with these two cards, and like a lot more happiness as well. 8 of Wands could just be also you moving. So there could be like some movement here. The Wheel of Fortune can represent movement, by the way, also. So I feel like there could be some movement there as well. Janie, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, do you see David getting his money by the end of Thanksgiving? I would say no, is what I would say here. So I would say no. Is he in love with me? I would say yes. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is a knight in shining armor, Janie. It's like someone who wants to sweep you off your feet. And you say, can I trust what he says? I would say trust yourself. The Hermit says you know what the answer is on the inside. But I would say yes, these are good cards. There are no cards of lying here. Yeah, I feel like he really wants to move towards you. I would say if there are lies here, it would just be about... and again, I'm being super, super picky here, Janie. So if I would say if there are lies here, I feel like it would be about money more than anything, just based off the cards that are here. So again, maybe he struggles more with money than he says, right? And so that could be the lies that are coming up. But I really don't feel there are no lying cards there, is what I'm trying to say. So, but that's just kind of like my intuitive feeling. But yeah, I feel like there's love here. Look at Lovers. So definitely love. And like I said, I feel like they're not showing up, if anything, they're not showing up as lies, because it's like maybe he's not lying to you, but maybe he's just not, volunteering information. Let's put it that way. Kelly, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Cards for the week. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, choice. This says pick the new path, pick the new choice. So I feel like you need to pick the new path with these two cards, or like make the new choice in life towards something new. So that's what I feel like you have to do with those cards. And by the way, very good for resources as well. Two of Pentacles says have more fun in life, but Queen of Pentacles could be you increasing your financial resources. Purple Magnol, hello, thank you for the super chat. Hung out with X, should I worry about anything? I would say no. Four of Cups says that if you hung out with them and you were hoping for things to develop, the Four of Cups could represent basically no development. It could say that maybe you hung out, but it's not really kind of like going anywhere, because Four of Cups is like a card of apathy, and it's like a card of things just not really going anywhere, right? So that's what that could say. But I don't think there's anything to worry about there, is what I'd say to you. All right. Brandy, hello. Thank you for the super chat. You say, cards for me, please. Having some anxiety about creative projects. You have more than enough knowledge. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, I always say, Brandy, is, I feel like I've said this to you before. It's like they say, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? Six of Pentacles is just like taking one bite at a time to be successful. So it just says, break the project down to its smallest pieces and just do it one bite at a time, basically, and you'll be successful. But this is success. So, these are very good cards. Yeah, Ace of Cups, you being very happy in the future, things working out for you. Brandy. So, Brandy, this looks very, very good for you. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is good news. Like I said, I always say Page of Pentacles is a funny card because it can represent anxiety about work or anxiety about business, but it's still a card of good news about work and business. So I wouldn't even worry about it, is what I'd say to you. Arini, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Arini, you say here, do you see any change in my love life? Yes. Death. Yeah, Eight of Cups. You walking away from things that no longer serve you. Death card, a change, like you just asked. So I feel like you need to get out of your head and let go of the past here. The Fool. I feel like you are going to take a leap of faith and get out there with this card. So that's what I would say to you. Teresa, thank you for the super chat. You say here, collective. Absolutely. Thank you to Teresa. We are going to do a collective now. So let me just grab this new deck and we will get started. I don't think I actually use this deck tonight, but let's see. So let's do a collective for everyone that is here right now. And let's see. All right, for everyone here in the collective, you have the Eight of Wands and the High Priestess. It's time to take action. This came up for everybody tonight. The High Priestess, as I always say, is something entering into our conscious awareness. It's something we become aware of for a reason. So I feel like this is saying that, there could be new opportunities for you here with these two cards, and it could lead to a lot more success. So this could be having ideas or thoughts or plans in your life to create a business or get into a relationship with someone or whatever. And I feel like this is saying you need to do that to be more successful. So that's what I would do here with these two cards. It's I would just pay attention to things that are entering into your awareness. Next, you have the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles here for the collective. So I feel like for a lot of you that this could be saying that there is a creative idea or some sort of passion-based idea coming into your life that could lead to a lot more success for you. So I feel like there could be more success coming in for you based off of some sort of creative idea or something like that. And I also feel for others that there could be just more abundance coming in for you here with these two cards. I'm trying to figure out what this is on this lady's waist. I don't know. But I don't know. I feel like this is very good. Something catches your eye because two things that I've never seen before on these cards are catching my eye right now. So I feel like I said, conscious awareness, something entering into your awareness. These two cards, something catching your eye in life that could probably lead to a lot of abundance. So I feel like there's a lot of abundance here with these two cards. And finally, for the collective, we have the King of Wands and the Eight of Cups. I feel like for some of you, you need to walk away from a fire sign. For some of you, I feel like an anchor is in my head. So I feel like some of you feel like you are stuck to someone, or you feel like you can't let someone go in a lot of ways, even if you have let them go. Or I feel like some of you have someone in your life where it's like there's still too much of a connection there, and I feel like it's causing confusion in your life as well. So for some of you, I feel like this is about walking away from someone. For others, I feel like it could be just walking away from things in general that cause confusion in your life. So I feel like some of you could be doing that, but that's the collective. So thank you, Teresa. Amanda, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, can you tell me about Abduli? Devil, toxic relationship, is player is what I would say to you. So he could be a player, or he could be playing you. Yeah, I feel like you were hoping that this would turn into love, but I feel like just like this is like toxic energy at this point. I feel like when the Ace of Cups comes up, it does say that maybe at one point there was like an opportunity. Maybe at one point there is like was an opportunity to like be more successful or something like that. So you know, that's what I would say here. So yeah, that's what I'd say to you. But that looks good. Maisie, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, a card for the upcoming week. You have the King of Pentacles. Maisie, as always, whenever I get the King of Pentacles to me is like a card that just says, like, very straightforward work energy. So, to me, this represents, like, just a very straightforward work week in general. Four of Cups says you could be, like, manifesting things in your life, basically. And the Wheel of Fortune, I don't know, I feel like you could be manifesting a turnaround in your life if you wanted it. Four of Cups is about needing to accept an offer, needing to see that there are offers for you, but, like, needing to accept those offers. So, in a lot of ways, I feel like this is saying that you need to, like, accept an offer or offers coming in for you. It could be, like, love offers and things like that as well. This could also be a turnaround, so there could be like a lot of luck coming in for you here with the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like this could be luck coming in for you, Maisie, but definitely more like personal vision stuff there. Yeah, 10 of Cups, fortune after difficulty. I feel like there's like happiness coming in for you is what I'd say to you. Oh my god. That's totally my fault. Elizabeth Gonzalez, I totally skipped you. I skipped like 3 people. So sorry about that. I'm gonna be getting to you people right now. Elizabeth Gonzalez, you have the King of Swords. Could be someone older than you coming in for you for love. So I feel like this could be love. And you say, will I find a job soon? 7 of Wands, 5 of Cups. I would say yes, even with the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups can be like a problem or something like that, Elizabeth, but it's still like a good card. 7 of Wands is like needing to open up to new ways. Yeah, there's definitely a job coming in for you. Ace of Pentacles. I would just say yes. I wouldn't even worry about that 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups could just be saying that there are job offers already, but you're just not seeing them, basically. So that's what I'd say to you. Lynette, sorry I missed you. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say 11-11 week predictions. Knight of Cups could be love coming in for you. Yeah, definitely could be love. Lynette, this could be someone sweeping you off your feet if you're looking for love. If you're not looking for love, this could be just like some sort of idea or like a gift coming in for you. The 6 of Cups is kind of like a gift from the universe. And the Knight of Cups can also be like a gift from the universe. So something that sweeps you off your feet. So I feel like there could be a lot of good stuff coming in for you. Yeah. I feel like you've been very patiently like waiting for things here. And you have the Sun. So the best card in the deck. It looks like an amazing week for you, Lynette, I have to say. I love it. That looks really good. Janie, sorry I missed you as well. I missed your second question. You say, what will this full moon do for me? I feel like a lot of internal communication, basically, Janie. I feel like you'll be like facing fears, but the Hermit is about like finding your inner light. You know, it's about finding and trusting your inner guidance. So in a lot of ways, I feel like this is saying that you are like finding and trusting your inner guidance here. And I feel like that's going to lead to some success for you. Purple Magnol, I missed your other super chat as well. Thank you again. You say card for the week. You have the 2 Wands. I feel like you are in control this week. I feel like this is saying like to take control of your life. Yeah, I feel like you're going through some sort of change. This basically just says go through the change. So if you are going through a change, it just says to take the lead and allow the change to happen, basically. Where was I? Brainiacs, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. How does he feel about me deciding not to visit? Three of Pentacles, that really has nothing to do with it. The Fool, I feel like he feels fine because this has nothing to do with it, at all. Three of Pentacles is card of teamwork, and the Fool is like taking a leap of faith. So he could just feel that you like leapt away from the situation or whatever, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Three of Pentacles is like willing to work on a team. So again, if you do want something to work out here, it could say that he's willing to work on a team, basically, with the Three of Pentacles. And the Fool says, like, take a leap of faith. So maybe you need to take a leap of faith or go on some sort of adventure. But it's like, that would be like not going on an adventure since you're not going. Bon Cena, the reading applies to you. Bon Cena, when this reading is done, when I'm not live, I will have timestamps on this video, and I will have timestamps on the video for every single sign. It's probably going to take me about like 15-20 minutes. So if you come back to this video in like 15 or 20 minutes, I will have timestamps for all the signs, and you can just watch your sign, your sun sign, when it's up. Amanda, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Amanda, you say here, if I go to HR, will I get in trouble? No. Justice is a card of balance, is what I would say to you here. And the Queen of Cups, I would say no. No, I don't think you will get in trouble. Barb Forbes, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, money for college for Benjamin. Will I make lots? Yes, definitely. Empress, amazing card. And the Six of Wands, success. So I feel like you will be very successful. Yeah, definitely. Empress, card of like total abundance, card of going from winter to spring as well. And the Six of Wands, good news and success and good things coming in for you. So yeah, I love it, Barb. Definitely. Definitely very, very good. Raymond, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Card for the week. You have the Emperor. Just follow a plan is what I would say to you. So I feel like you need to follow a plan this week. Yeah, it could be like a slow week for you, but it's not good. It's not bad. You know what I mean? It's just like a straightforward week. Try Peace. You said the Virgo Sun, Sag Moon will propose. Let me know, when will he do this? I can't tell you when, is what I would say to you. I do not, I don't trust psychic timing at all. I don't trust any psychic pretty much that claims they can tell time of when something will happen, because it just doesn't work like that, is what I would say. But you have the Two of Cups, marriage, Nine of Cups. You will get what you wish for here in this situation, but I would just be patient. Don't try to rush these things. People are always like rushing into marriage. I'm like, why? Yeah, I'm sure marriage is great, whatever, but it's like, then you get like when you're living with the person, you get to see what they're really like. I mean, is it really all that it's cracked up to be? No. It's like, just enjoy where you're at now. It's like, so many people, I hear so many people give this advice, and it's so true. It's like in the future, when you get some of the things you want, it's like you look back at where you were and you're like, man, why did I rush through that? That was so much more enjoyable, like when I was in that period of time. I wish I could go back in time. So like, don't end up like that. This just says, kind of like take your time and just like, enjoy the place where you are, is what I would say to you. But definitely marriage here. So I feel like you will be getting married, Try Peace. And no need to apologize. I'm more than happy to answer your question, of course, but I would just say don't rush it. Looks very good. So don't rush into this. Ash, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say cards for the week. You have the Three of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Straightforward work week with the Knight of Pentacles. Three of Wands, though, looking for growth opportunities. Wouldn't surprise me. I feel like a lot of Pisces are looking for like just different areas in their life to be successful and like where they can grow their finances more, mostly. Again, by the end of the month, Neptune moving forward in our sign, money should start to like, kind of pick up for us a little bit more. But yeah, this could also be thinking about moving. You have the Three of Swords, which could be a heartbreak, but this could be thinking about a move, is what's popping into my head here for you. Yeah, Tower. Tower could also be a move, Ash, but definitely money. I feel like there's definitely money coming in, or it's like you're thinking of new ways to make money. I would say that probably for you, though, like I said, money will be fine, of course, but money will really start to pick up when we get towards like the end of the month into December. But that looks good. Rose, thank you for the super chat. Rose, you say, I need help. Rose, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles says, whatever you're dealing with, the Ten of Pentacles says, learn as much as you possibly can. The Ten of Pentacles to me represents the surface of something. It says you need to go down below because that's like where the treasure is. So I feel like you need to like dig into things like any challenges or difficulties that you're dealing with, and that's what could lead to kind of like answers for you basically. So that's what I'd say to you. But Ten of Pentacles, really good card. Seven of Pentacles, yeah, some sort of change, but I feel like this is talking about knowledge. Sarah, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I would say no right away is what I'd say to you. You say, should I reconcile with Zach? Number one, Mercury retrograde, really bad time to go get back together with someone. It's just going to be a repeat. Yeah, I feel like he's selfish is what I'd say to you. He's only thinking of himself here. Seven of Swords, I would say, look at this is a big time no is what I would say to you. You have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords says you already know the truth, Sarah. It says you know exactly what you should be doing in this situation. So I would say no. You know, with this card, basically, yeah, you have the Hierophant. I feel like you need to move towards someone new, is what I'd say to you. But that's a big time no for me. That's a no for me, dog. You know, as I like to say. Neptune, did I receive a Streamlabs? I thought I answered you. It's possible I didn't. I didn't answer you. Neptune, I apologize. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, love card, please. You have the Six of Pentacles. More energy in love. Six of Pentacles to me says that you need to put more energy into trying to find love. So, like, more dating. Yeah, more attention. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands says get as much attention as you possibly can. You will be successful. And you also say, should I start F&B business? King of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Yes, if you make a full commitment is what I would say to you. King of Cups, really good card actually for business. Just in general, I feel like there's like a lot of competition in this business or whatever. But yeah, I feel like you could be successful. There's competition in every single business that exists. So, you know, that doesn't mean a damn thing, right? And competition is usually a good thing. You know, like I always say, like, why do you think they put McDonald's right next to a Burger King? They do that on purpose. So, you know, competition is good. But Two of Pentacles says, if you focus on it, you will be successful. And so I think, you know, look, it's like a figure 8 here on this card. So it literally says what you put in is what you're going to get out. And the Chariot is a card of, like, victory and success. So I feel like there will be, like, some sort of victory here for you. So I'd say yes, for sure. Raymond, thank you for the super chat. Love card for the week. Four of Wands. Marriage. Raymond, are you getting married? Is what the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is like you like charging out there and like getting out into the world and being successful and meeting new people and kind of like all those things. So I would get out there. The Knight of Swords could also just represent some sort of lifestyle change. So it could just say that you're like making some sort of change in your life, and that is going to lead to success. So I feel like you're just making some sort of lifestyle change there is what I'd say to you. Cher, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Cher, if you have a question, pop it in down below. I will be happy to answer your question for sure. Annette, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You need to start growing herbs and sell them. Thank you. I would need a much bigger rack, actually, is what I would say about that for it to be worth it. Selling herbs. But I've thought about it. All right. Cher, let me know if you have a question. Or Cher, if you have typed in your question, it's not showing up. So let me know if you have typed in a question, if you have one, and I will be happy to answer it. But we had a ton of problems last night. Cher, there we go. Cher, thank you again for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say cards for new business launching launching the end of the month. You have the King of Wands. I love it. Cher, the King of Wands is my favorite love card because the King of Wands represents, it's my favorite business card because it represents raising something like a baby. So it says, if you have a business, you need to nurture it and grow it and treat it as if it were your baby. It says you will be successful. The Three of Cups, this could represent like a business partnership as well in business share, and it could say there's like going to be a lot of success because of it. So that's what I would say there. Ace of Cups, yeah, this could be very good for love as well, Cher. I'm going to pull you more love cards, but Ace of Cups could be very good for the business and the Devil. The Devil just says make sure to create balance. is what I'd say to you. So the devil just says, make sure that in the business that you're not working yourself to the bone. But the Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing. So the business looks very good. Page of Swords says, be curious about new things in the business. I keep telling people Uranus and Taurus, it's like if you're going to have a business, it's like you need to be open to like innovation, trying new things, and, kind of just being open to different ways of doing things in the business, because probably our first ideas, whatever in business, are not going to work. Like whatever we think about doing isn't going to work for whatever reason. So yeah, that's what I'd say there. And share for love, you have the Four of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, it could be a fire sign coming in for you for sure. Like I feel like you've maybe been on a break from love here. The Knight of Wands could be a fire sign, could also be a earth sign, could be like someone with fire and earth. It could be someone with earth and fire in their chart. I would say it's probably like another business person or something like that coming in for you with the King of Pentacles and also the King of Wands as well. So I feel like there could be love coming in through one of those signs, and it's going to be permanent. I like the King of Pentacles. You're getting all the best cards because for love, the King of Pentacles represents like something that is permanent, something that is going to last forever, basically. And it's someone who's very passionate about you. Yeah, I feel like you just have to open up to love. Queen of Swords can be a little closed off. Everybody is a little bit closed off because it can just represent, it can just basically say that you're not opening up to love. But everybody, or what it's going to say is everybody's closed off because of Chiron and Aries. So I just open up more with that card is what I'd say to you. But thank you again, Cher. Ash, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. His birthday is coming. Should I message him? Yes, definitely. Look, hey, it's literally you sending him a message. No joke. So I would say yes. You do have the Four of Cups, which says maybe you wouldn't get the response you want, but at the same time, I still feel like you should do it. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Are you hoping this person comes back to you or something? But I would just say yes, because it would probably at least be good to do. Four of Cups could say could be like a meh response is what I would say there. But still, that looks pretty good. Elizabeth, did you have a question? Skateboard video soon. I want my boys to see it. Elizabeth, I could do a skateboard video for sure. You know what the problem is? It's been raining here every single day. So I haven't been able to get back on my skateboard in it's been like a couple of weeks actually, because it rained so much. Kylie, you have the Judgment card, which is card of rebirth, justice, as well. Judgment says, listen to your inner calling. The Justice card says, where you put your energy is what you get back, as far as energy is concerned. So, Justice just says, put your energy in things where you want a positive return here. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is a change in direction in love. So, I feel like there's going to be some sort of change in direction. Mark, you have the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Wands, Mark. So I feel like you need to focus on something you really want, something you're very passionate about here. But that looks pretty good. Carrie Kennedy, I feel like, Carrie, look at this, money. So I feel like money here for you. Ninja, you have the Fool. Ninja, you always get this card. I'm almost positive you get this card with me every single time, almost. Page of Pentacles. I feel like there's good news coming in for you. But the Fool says, it's time to take a leap of faith. So, I feel like it's time for you to take some sort of leap of faith. Haley, I would say yes. Knight of Cups, so I would say yes to you for sure. Mark, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. Like Elizabeth says, focus, Mark. Yeah, exactly. All right. Kelly, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Kelly, you have the Six of Cups, happiness coming in for you. Or I feel like a turnaround for you, Kelly, for some reason. To me, this can represent obstacles being removed from your life. So I feel like you could be moving past challenges, basically. Kimberly, hello. And Kimberly, I feel like you're new. Kimberly, you have the Strength card. I feel like it's time to be patient. I feel like you want happiness. This could be a Leo coming into your life as well if you're looking for love, Kimberly. But this could also be saying, be patient, because there's about to be a lot of happiness coming in for you soon. So I like that. That could be a celebration, the sun, for you, Kimberly. All right. I will be answering one more question. So the next person wins before my throat dies, because I am very dry. Kimberly, I think you heard me, but I think it was just delayed. Kelly, thank you. Really appreciate it. Kylie, same to you. Let's see. One more question. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I'm going to give someone like 10 seconds. White Whisker, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. White Whisker, if you have a question, pop it in down below. I'll be happy to answer it. Carla, thank you. Really appreciate it. And Cindy, thank you for the super chat. You say, will I hear about the job soon? Two Pentacles, yes, for sure. 10 of Cups, yes. So, yes. No doubt about it. Michelle may have a card on stability, safety, security. The Magician, use your powers of manifestation, and you will be all of those things, is what I'd say to you. Shelly, you have the Ten of Swords. I feel like it's time to move past the past here with this card. White Whisker, thank you again for the super chat. You say, new relationship. You have the High Priestess, 2 Cups, love. The High Priestess just says it's time for you to take action on dating. So I feel like you need to like get out there and like date or do something to meet new people. But 2 Cups would be a perfect match for you. Yeah, King of Swords. King of Swords could definitely say that there's something new coming in for you. I feel like you need to open up. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands says open up and there will be new love. 7 of Wands can be like too much of a independent, closed off energy. It's like, so this would represent like needing to focus on socializing or like joining groups of people or things like that where you could find someone. But I definitely love 2 Cups, soulmates, or a soulmate coming in for you. Yeah, I feel like independence from you. Hermit, being too independent is what I'd say there. The world, needing to get out into the world. White Whisker, and I feel like there will be love coming in. But all right, thank you everybody for being here. Really appreciate it. I will, of course, be back tomorrow at 4. I will also be back at like 10 or 11 o'clock tomorrow to do the weekly readings. I don't really know where I'm going to start or what sign I'm going to start yet with, so it'll be a mystery, but I will be doing those tomorrow as well. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it, and have a good night.